Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have such an awesome review video for you guys. For those of you who don't really like review videos, you can go ahead and click out now if this is not your thing. However, I recommend you to stick around for this video because this is absolutely amazing and I can't wait to talk about it with you guys. So today I am going to be doing a little review and demo on the Vitagoods Spin for Perfect Skin. It's like this little cleansing face brush. Sorry, I can't talk today. Cleansing face brush. It's kind of like a dupe for the Clarisonic or the really popular skincare system that is out right now. This is kind of like a dupe for it, and I'm going to be reviewing it for you guys. They were kind enough to reach out to me and ask me to review it, and if you have been watching me for a very long time, you'll remember my very first skincare routine video, and I used to use a little acne-free brush. Well, ever since then, I have not been able to find one, and when they reached out to me and said they wanted me to review this, I said absolutely, because I absolutely love these things. They work so amazing, and I can't wait to tell you my experience with this one. So this product right here ranges for $100 on their website. However, at the end of this video, and in the description box below, I will have a very awesome coupon code for you guys where you can get 70% off of this, making this entire kit only $30. How amazing and perfect is that? Especially for this time of year, because the holidays are coming up, Christmas is coming up, and this makes an awesome Christmas gift. And if you use my coupon code at checkout when you buy this, you will get this for $30, which is amazing. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So pretty much what this is, if you don't already know, is it is a facial cleansing brush, which means when you're cleaning your face and the little brush that moves all around your skin, that's basically what it is. It just helps to clear your skin. So here is what it looks like, obviously on the box, and then in person when you take it out of the package, it just looks like this. As you can see, it is very sleek design, just very straight and to the point. It has this kind of rubbery hand grip, which you can get in different colors. I got black, but they have gray, and they also have purple, I believe. And these are both for men and women, so if any guys are watching this and you have a skincare routine, you can also buy one of these as well, because why not? It has Vitagoods written right on the side here. And then in the rest of the package, you have your brushes, and all of these brushes have a different purpose. And yes, the $30 deal, you get all these brushes and the actual brush itself. So pretty much here's what all of the brushes look like. Here you have your facial cleansing brush, and then down here, this really big one right here, you have your huge amazing body brush. Down here you have a Pumice Stone, which you could use on your knees or your elbows or wherever you have like really dry areas. And I have lipstick on my teeth. That's cool. And then over here, this other little brush is your exfoliating brush. And all of these have a different purpose, which I will explain in just a minute. But first, I want to go back to this. This is compared to the Clarisonic, which you see so many people and beauty gurus here on YouTube using. This is kind of like a little dupe for it, so it's not exactly the Clarisonic. It is a little bit different. This takes 4 AA batteries, so under this thing, you put the batteries in. It takes 4 AAs. And what this thing is supposed to do, for those of you who don't know, is it is supposed to give your skin a smoother, cleaner, smaller pores kind of complexion. So when you use this, you are getting a much deeper clean on your skin than you would just washing your face with your hands. Because when you're just washing your face with your hands, you're just getting like the very surface. You're not getting deep down in there. And what this brush does is it helps get down into the lower parts of your skin to really give you a nice good clean. And when me and the representative were talking, that's another thing, is customer service was excellent. They answered every single email that I had. What she said is that what this does is it gives you smoother skin and smaller pores, which is something I struggle with. I have always had really big pores on my cheek area. Sorry, I didn't mean to like give you the finger. I've always had really big pores on my cheeks area, and they were always so unflattering. Even with makeup, it was hard to cover them. However, this is supposed to minimize those pores and make them look less, noticeable. So that is what this is supposed to do. And of course supposed to help fight acne and just blemishes and breakouts as well. So that is what this is supposed to do. Now let's go back and talk about the brushes. So this first brush up here, like I said, is your facial cleansing brush, and it just looks like this. Sorry, it's still wet because I used it this morning. It just looks like this, and it has just these little tiny brush fibers right here. So it just looks like that. That is what that one is for, just to clean your face with like a cleanser. Then you have the really big body brush, and you already know what this is for, obviously. It's to clean your body, and I have used this in the shower. After I wash my body down with some soap, I will take my Dove body wash, my moisturizing body wash, and I will use this like on my arms, on my back, or just anywhere where I need a lot of moisture. I will use this there as well. So that is what the body brush does. This other little brush, which looks just like the facial cleansing one, but this one has a gray base, and this gray base is there to let you know that this is an exfoliating brush. So if you're someone who likes to exfoliate their face, this is what this brush is for. So this is an exfoliator. I have not used the exfoliating brush just because I have to be really careful with exfoliators on my skin because I do have sensitive skin. So when I do find a really good facial exfoliator, then I will use this. But I'm sorry I didn't get to use it while I was reviewing it over the past week. So, and then the last piece that we have is your little pumice stone, and that's exactly what this looks like. You can use this, you know, on your elbows, your knees, or your heels, wherever skin is just really kind of rough. You know what I mean? So that is what that is for. So those are all of the brushes that come with the kit. Also, when you get the product, assembly is really, really easy because all you do is you have the brush with the little handle right there, or the little insert, and then you have the brush. So you simply just push it in like that and you're good to go. That is exactly how you put it together, and when you take it off, just lightly pop it off. You don't like force it or twist it or anything. It just pops in and out. So it's really, really simple to assemble. Now the face washes that I'm using for this device is I'm using 2 of them. The first face wash that I use with this device is I use the Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser, and this is for all skin types. My mom actually told me about this, and her dermatologist recommended it, so I picked one up for myself, and it is absolutely amazing. I use this every single day to cleanse my face, and then when I'm having like a really bad breakout, like it is lady week, ladies, you know what I'm talking about, like it's ladies week. Every time during ladies week I have hormonal acne like crazy during that time of the month, and nothing can control it. So when I do have that, I use my acne-free purifying cleanser with this device as well. So those are just the 2 facial cleansers that I have used with this. No complaints whatsoever. It feels, you know, it feels good. I feel like my face is getting cleaned, and that's what's very important. Obviously, when I received the product, I wasn't just gonna make a video and say I loved it. I obviously wanted to try it out because I respect you guys as my subscribers, so I'm going to respect you, and I'm going to tell you whether or not I like something. So I tested out for a solid week so I could get a good idea of, you know, how it worked with my skin, and, you know, just how it worked for me in general. And I have absolutely no complaints. The only couple cons that I have is when you do turn it on and you have like the water and the cleanser on there and you're about ready to go, it does splash a little bit, so it can get a little bit messy when you first start. Like when you turn it on, sometimes water will splash everywhere. So that was one thing I found. One thing is if you have really patchy or broken skin, just like kind of red rashy areas, this doesn't really help that. So if you have any of that, try to avoid those areas. Like when I do use this, I have to avoid this area of my cheeks as much as possible because I do have a slight case of rosacea, so I have to be very, very careful on that. But if you're someone who has patchy skin or, you know, a skin condition, rashes all over your face, this device isn't for you, and it'll just make the problem worse is what I've found. Another thing is this is the facial cleansing brush that I used. As you can see, it has gotten quite a bit of use out of it. Another thing I didn't really like is how I've only used this for a little over a week. I've had it for maybe 10 days now, and the brush looks like it's been beat to hell. So I've only used this for 10 days, every single day for 10 days, and the brush looks a little beat up compared to, you know, this one. So you see the difference, like a week old and brand new. So it does look a little beaten up. However, it doesn't feel any different on my skin. My skin doesn't look any less clean. It's not working any less. That's just about appearance. It just doesn't look as fresh as it once did. So it does lose its appearance quite quickly. And another thing about the brushes is you do have to replace them every 2 to 3 months. And that's where it can get a little bit pricey. If you want a replacement of all 4 of these brushes, that would cost $45. Or if you just want, you know, new facial brushes, new body brushes, new exfoliating brushes, or new pumice stones, you can get a pack of 2 of these for $20, pack of 2 of these for I believe $25. I'm not sure. I will have all of the links down below for the replacement brushes in case any of you are wondering. So that can get a little pricey, especially if you're using this very often, like every day, a couple times a day, and you need to replace them a lot quicker. That can get a little bit pricey in my personal opinion. However, it says in the actual pamphlet when you get the device, it says that you can subscribe to the refill program and you can save 25% on every refill order. So I guess that's a plus. If you wanted to do that, that's totally fine. But it does talk about, you know, replacing the heads here. You do have a 1-year warranty as well. It talks about maintenance for the brushes, and maintenance isn't too bad. You know, obviously clean the unit and all the applicators after each use. What I do is after a couple days of using the facial brush, I will clean it with antibacterial soap just to get any of the old gunk out, you know, and any cleanser that might have dried onto the brush. I just give it a good scrub with some antibacterial soap and let it air dry. Don't dry these with the towel, just simply put it back in its little, I like to keep this thing so just so they can like have a spot, designated spot, and I just put it back in here to air dry. So that is basically what I do for that. Another thing about the brushes, especially the body brush, is what I've noticed if you have sensitive skin, the body brush can seem a little bit painful. When I used this in the shower the first time, it was a little bit painful to work with because I do have a little bit of an issue with sensitive skin, so when I use stuff like this I have to be very, very careful. It did kind of hurt a little bit, so I don't know if that's going to happen with everybody or just people with sensitive skin, but I just thought I would share that with you guys just so you know. Another thing about these brushes is it says don't ever use the brushes on an angle. So what they mean by that is don't sit there and wash your body with the brush on an angle like that. Always keep the brush flat, and that goes for all of the brushes. Just I wanted to get that out there because I didn't know that, so I just wanted to share that with you as well. Another thing with the brushes is that they are very, very soft. When I opened the package and felt the brushes, I was amazed at how soft they were. So some pros that I have with this device is it made my skin 10 times smoother than before on the first try. And after I washed my face, I let my face dry, and then I felt my skin and I was like, oh, that's really soft. And then I was like, well, maybe I should get other people's opinions. And when I first tried this, I was visiting my dad for the weekend and my sister was there. So I went up to my sister, I was like, touch my face, does it feel smoother? And she was like, yeah, it's a lot smoother. I went up to my dad, I had him touch my face. He said, wow, that is really, really smooth. So it is confirmed that this does make your face super, super, super smooth after you use it just on the first try. Another thing I really like is that it has this kind of rubber hand grip. I like it because if you're clumsy like me and you're washing your face, the last thing you want to do is drop this baby. Am I right? Right. So the fact that it has a rubber grip, it gives you a really good, gives you a really good kind of grip when it's wet, so you don't have to worry about dropping it, especially when you're using the body brush or the Pumice Stone and you're like, you know, moving it all around and just up and down all the time. So I really like that. Sound. Now this does make a sound, and the sound isn't too loud. Like when I got this, I thought it was going to be super, super noisy and just really like ringing in my ear, but it's really not bad. So I just applied a brush and I'm going to turn it on for you guys just so you can hear how loud it is. So here's the power button right here, and you just push it up to turn it on. So there's the noise that it makes. It's not too bad, but you can see right there how the brush moves, and you can kind of hear it. It's really not that bad, and when you're using it on your face, it doesn't like leave a ringing in your ear or anything like that. So that is pretty much the noise that it makes, and to turn it off, you just press down, and to turn it on, you press up. I did notice that my pores were a little bit smaller. Not dramatic, like they didn't disappear, but they definitely did get smaller, especially in this area. I did see a little bit of a decrease, and when I have makeup on, you can't even see them. Same with my nose. My nose has less blackheads. The pores up here used to be really big, but now they have also diminished in size. Like I said, not completely, but definitely I did see a decrease. I'm going to show you how I use this. So basically what I do is I take the device and then I take the cleansing brush, which is right here. The cleansing brush has the white base, and I simply just attach it to the brush like I showed you. And for this demo, I'm going to be using my Cetaphil Facial Cleansing Wash, which just looks like this, that I already talked about. Then the next step is to get the brush and your face wet, and then what I do is I take a little bit of the Cetaphil wash, put it on the brush, and then just even it out, and then whatever's left over just kind of dot on my face. And then what I do next is I simply just turn on the device and apply it to my face, and then I just start going in little circular motions all about my face. When it comes to my cheek area, I go really, really light above the skin. So if you have any, kind of rashes like that and you do want to own one of these, just go really, really lightly above the, part that's irritated, which in my case would be my cheeks. After you're done, just turn it off and then rinse your face off really, really well, and the brush as well. And then what I do is I just take a clean hand towel and then just dab my entire face dry, not rub, I just dab it dry. How I use this. This is pretty much everything that I wanted to cover for this review. I'm very, very happy with it. I'm very honored to own one of these. And a big difference with my skin. I'm really super happy with this. If you're someone who's willing to give it a try, or you know someone who would really want one, something like this for Christmas, links, the coupon code will be in the description box. So that is everything I had for this review. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions for me, go ahead and leave them in the comments and I can try to answer them for you the best I can. Big, huge thank you to Natalie and VitaGoods and Spin for Perfect Skin for allowing me to review this product. Very, very happy with it, and I'm very honored to have tried it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a huge thumbs up and be sure to share it with your friends. Until then, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye, guys!